out. Hey. Yeah. Good day. You're
Good morning.
muted.
Yes, I was for a little bit.
Yeah. It says you're live streaming right now.
Yeah, on YouTube.
You try. Oh, nice. You tried doing a little dabbling into content creation.
I've done it for a while. I don't always do it because you never know who's on. If I stream, I usually just stream in my own channel because I try not to, uh, I try not to screw up everybody else's content. That and
Yeah,
it's,
no, for sure.
not everybody likes to be on stream, put their shit out there.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Oh, it's finally Friday. Oh,
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's Friday. I get paid. It's gonna be nice today.
I
Wow,
got paid
shaders
last night.
loaded so fast. My shaders just loaded really fast in the PTU.
Oh, legit 2 hours of work today, and I'll have my contractual obligations for the week.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, we're
You,
contractually obligated to 55 hours a week,
okay.
and we start overtime at 60.
That's nice.
Yeah, I average anywhere between 65 to 70 hours a week. Um, this week I asked my boss if I could stop at like if I could unload at this stop that I'm going to instead of going to the one all the way in Hawkesbury, which like I mentioned yesterday means I'm going to get home at least.
Yeah, you late.
Oh, actually now that I think about it, I'll actually be home like 3 or 4 hours ahead of time cuz it's like an extra hour of travel just to get up there, and then I have to wait in line to unload my truck, and then it's another hour to get back.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I could average anywhere between 3 to 5 hours extra going to this spot.
That sucks.
It does, but it's like at the same time, all I'm thinking about is look at all those hours I'm not getting today.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's like I'm torn. I want hours, but I also want family time.
That's me a lot.
Well, that's why what I'm going to be doing. I was looking into it because um, I want a different job, right? Like I want something where I can be home with my family at the end of the day, but also make effectively the same amount that I'm making now, if not better.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it popped up, but funeral planner popped in, and I was like, helping people prepare for their eventual passing. That I would actually enjoy doing. I know it sounds morbid, but as a
No, not
Catholic
really.
person, as a Catholic man myself, that means that if I'm dealing with a customer who's terminal, then I could put really powerful prayers upon that person to help them with their passing, or at least hope for a miracle.
Hmm.
Um, and that just like it clicked with me. I was like, yeah, that's what I got to do. That's what I want to do. Because I've always been oriented to wanting to have a job where I can directly help my community, and like security, policing. Obviously those in of themselves are helping the community. Um, Trucking. I mean, come on. I provide this. I help provide the stuff to the workers who fix our roads. In a way, in an abstract way, I'm helping my community. But with that job as a funeral planner, I am directly helping individuals with having a sense of um, comfort when it comes to their passing, knowing that they won't have to worry about it and their children won't have to worry about it. Um, I don't know how it is in the States, but I know here in Canada, you have to take these two courses. They're like 3 months long each. So I'm actually going to take them both at the same time, and it's like self-paced. So I could literally bring a cheapo little laptop with me to work and actually do work, like schoolwork at work, and not worry about being pressed for time.
That's nice.
And yeah, and at first I was like, oh, they probably don't get paid much. But then I looked into it, and the starting salary for these guys is 95K. And after your first year, you go up to 115. I was like, fucking kidding? And that's excluding the fact that every single funeral planner makes commission.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like
on what they sell. And I was
not
like,
only that, but that's like 25 grand more than what you make a year now.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah. It means that I will be working 30 hours less a week, but still bringing in more money.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, holy shit. The only reason I make as much as I do right now is because of the amount of hours I work, which is ridiculous.
Oh, I'm with you.
It's trucking, right? Like, unfortunately, it's one of those things you can't get away from it with trucking. You have to do those hours. Unless you're doing like local travel, like what McClucker does.
Yeah, and there's a couple nice businesses that do that. Like Martin Brower around St. John's, where I grew up, does that, and those guys are home all the time.
Yeah, honestly, it is so far and few between here in Canada that you'll find local jobs that pay well, and the ones that do pay well, they're all US based companies, which at the end of the day, I don't care if it's a US based company. It just means that their insurance and their overall like funding is significantly better. But the people who get jobs there, they don't ever quit.
Nah, well,
right? Like,
yeah, they do.
The majority of their fleet are old guys who just refuse to retire.
Like, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong on some of that, but some of it's a yes and no. Some of them get burnt out, and it's just not for them.
Yeah, well, no, that's absolutely true, right? Like, I wish I could go back in time to when I was 18 and I had my full driver's license and taken the course to get my AZ license so I could drive these semis. So I could have done it before I met my wife. At that point, I'd be fucking ripping it. Like, I told my wife, God forbid I become widowed and something happens to my son. I'm gonna live the trucker's life. I will work every fucking hour I can. And I probably wouldn't own an apartment or whatever. Honestly, I'd probably go live with my dad. Just so I have a place to put my things.
Yeah.
And I'd probably just never be there. And my dad, like, I've spoken to my dad about this kind of stuff, and he's like, yeah, I'd be totally cool with that. Because, like, yeah. But I know for a fact nothing bad's ever gonna happen to my wife, right? Right?
Oh yeah. No, I'm 100% on it with you on that, because trust me, my girl, she's not a small person. She's a big lady, and I keep telling her I never ever have had a problem with her weight, but I don't want her to be 60 and then we start having problems. So let's try and nip those problems in the ass now. And
it's hard approaching that topic, especially with people who may or may not be self-conscious about their size.
It's not just that she is, but it's not just that we let her aunt live with us for a while. Her aunt, her daughter, and her granddaughter, and all that. They didn't want it. They weren't going to help her, and I had no problem taking care of her. But her aunt passed away last year in our apartment, and
oh fuck.
I think that stuff between her and her mom really hit home.
Yep. Hello. I can understand that.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
It was pretty rough. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, my wife and I, we're a little on the heavier side. My wife gained a lot of weight because of her pregnancy, and she has been having a hard fucking time getting it off because unfortunately, my wife has celiac disease,
Ooh.
so no gluten, right?
Yeah, that
And
sucks.
the problem with gluten-free food is that it's very calorie dense.
Yeah, it's trans fat and oh, dude,
Yeah,
that sucks.
yeah. So my wife and I have been slowly converting to essentially a hunter-gatherer diet where we're like significantly reducing how much processed foods we eat, and we're sticking to like when we go to the grocery store, 95% of what we buy is just from the meats, fruits, and veggies.
Yeah,
And like if we go into the aisles to buy anything, it's pretty much lentils because we found a recipe to make really nice like burrito wraps with lentils and stuff, and we get like baking powder and baking soda just so that we can make because we found all sorts of alternative ideas, like the concept of going from gluten dash free to gluten free, if that makes sense.
No, it does. My best
yeah,
friend just figured out that he was diabetic, so his diet is changing a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But we're also doing calorie counting, right?
Yep.
So
I used to do that in school. Sucks.
Yeah. Well, actually, funny enough, my wife has been sending me to work with a fuckload of food, like more food than I thought. Like some of it I don't even have a place to put it. I just gotta shove it in some of my I gotta like stuff it into my little mini fridge. But she did all the calorie counting for me. She checked every item she sends me with, and she's like, if you eat all this in a day, you will still be 200 calories under what they recommend to stop at. I was like, are you serious? I am eating more food now than I was before, and it's all healthy food. And I'm under my caloric intake. We started this about a month ago, and I've already lost 5 pounds.
Hey, banging.
It's amazing. My wife has lost, I think, like 6 or 7, because her caloric limit is lower than mine, male versus female type thing. And she's already seeing results, and like, man, hunter-gatherer diet with calorie counting is, holy fuck, is it ever beneficial.
It sounds like you guys don't have a very high metabolism either.
No, I have I'd say I have a pretty average one. Like, if I wanted to be fat, I could be fat, but if I wanted to build a strong body, like, I'd still have to put the work in, but I wouldn't have to work as nearly as hard as my best friend. My best friend, his metabolism is through the fucking roof, man. This guy is skinny to the bones.
I'm 100.
This guy could eat.
I'm 103 pounds, and I can eat an entire pizza myself and not gain a pound.
Yeah,
I'm serious. My metabolism has been like my whole life has been through the roof. And the last 10 years, I've been working so hard and I've been doing so much. I've actually lost 20 pounds. I was 125 when I started working, and now I'm 103, and it kind of freaks me out. Like, shit. But I work hard. My pace is extremely fast, and I don't eat. And that's what screws me is I don't eat, so I don't have the calorie intake. So I just sit here and I don't gain any freaking weight, and it bugs the crap out of me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is what you got to do is you got to figure out what your calorie intake is, and if you don't eat a lot, then you need to figure out foods that are effectively healthy but are high in calorie.
And that's hard.
Because there are. It is hard, but they are there.
Oh, I know.
That, like I don't know how much you like lentils, but lentils are actually pretty high calorie.
I don't have a problem with lentils, but I would rather sit here and make some regular noodles. Not like ramen noodles, But I'll sit here. I'll sit here,
I survive off ramen.
dude. Okay, and I will tell you right now. No joke. In a seriousness, ramen noodles are really bad for you.
Oh, I know.
They are
That's why
so bad.
we have a grocery store here in Canada called TNT, and it's basically a Pan-Asian grocery store. Everything you buy in there is from Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan, the Philippines.
Okay.
It's all Asian stuff, right? When we went to their ramen section to see if they had anything that, because like when I bring things to work with me, they're not gluten-free, right? Because I don't need to worry about it. It's when I'm home I worry about it because I don't want my wife to have a reaction.
Yeah.
We found a set of ramen that, no sodium, 0% sodium, and the calorie per puck is like, I don't have the bag with me, but I think it was like 20, which is really freaking low for a ramen puck. Most ramen pucks are like 100 to 120. And I was blown away by this, and like I tried them. Their flavor is not the best, but if you have like a homemade stock and you cook it in the stock, it'll absorb all the flavor of the stock.
Okay.
And it, like, oh, it was amazing. And I make a homemade chicken soup, right? Like, I will boil a whole chicken in water for a whole day. I'll put like 2 or 3 cubes of low sodium chicken bouillon
Yeah.
in with it, and then carrots, onion, lettuce, celery. What else? I use some garlic, and a whole oregano, thyme, rosemary. I put a fuckload of stuff in that, a lot of that in there, and then I bring
That sounds
chicken
good.
stock. Oh, it's so easy to do. It's so easy. You let the fucking chicken boil all day, and then when it's thoroughly cooked, obviously you pull it out, you skim out all the bones, because the healthy part of boiling that chicken isn't the chicken itself, it's the bone marrow. You get all that collagen out in the soup. Holy fuck, collagen is so good for your body. But like,
What did I do wrong today?
home cooked meals, man. Like, you can't beat it.
Is that what I did wrong today?
What?
Terminate joy to key. Reopen joy to key. Right stick, left stick. File, save. No, I don't want to go live. PTU, launch game, acknowledge. It's like it's not transferring my settings for some reason. Oh, can't wait for tomorrow, dude. My new headset comes in. My mic's going to sound so much better.
I mean, your mic sounds pretty damn good right now. It's just like, yeah, before when I had my like default settings, I couldn't hear you, but at the same time,
No, in a
even with anybody else.
I know, but in a general sense with everybody else, okay, my mic, even on my live stream, my mic, unless I'm like talking loud, and I am a loud person, but if I don't talk loud, oh, my mic, you can barely hear me. I have to turn my audio like
Fair.
all the way up in my stream settings in my OBS for it to pick me up.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Like it doesn't pick me up unless I'm loud, and I try not to be loud. And I think these HyperXs will help out with background noise too.
Oh man, HyperXs are fucking amazing.
I got some HyperX alphas.
See, I had the HyperX Clouds.
Okay, so the Cloud, okay, I was doing some research. The Cloud 2s and Cloud 3s are good, but the alphas have a better dual driver. They have a oh, why am I flying through the planet now?
Yeah, but all is to say is that even those ones,
oh, they're nice.
Were hands Yeah, they were hands down of all the headsets I've ever had. They were hands down the best sound quality and the best input quality. Like people were saying, my voice sounded like angelically clear on the other end. So I can only imagine if the ones you're getting are better than that, you're gonna have like like a crazy experience.
Okay, now I'm falling. Now I'm falling through Area 18. This is awesome.
Oh, speaking of which, when is 4.02 supposed to drop?
I am waiting on that right now. Like that's
So it's
literally
coming
what
out
I'm
today?
waiting on. Yeah, it should be out today. I'm hoping.
Okay, good, because my wife, my wife spent like an hour and a half, almost 2 full hours, curating her character yesterday. My, the more, um, the more options the more dynamic a character creator is, the longer my wife spends creating a character. And I told her like, if you're creating your character tomorrow with this system, because she hadn't seen it yet, I told her I'm not waiting for you. Okay, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna go do stuff. I could probably do a whole fucking salvage run before you finish your character. And I was fucking right, because on average it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to properly do a full salvage. I mean, it all depends on if you find good panels.
I thought
Um,
about buying the Vulture, dude. I really did. I thought
it
about
is,
going to it.
it is. You know what? Honestly, with how cheap it is in game, I'd say just buy it in game. Honestly, like so from what I have done, four full hoppers from the Vulture at Orison will net you 400k. That's about 2 hours of work. I know it's not like stellar compared to some of the other things, like especially cargo hauling, right? Like I've seen some guys saying that they made like 500k off of one, like going from Bajini Point to Area 18, right?
Okay.
And that's like, but they grabbed like 5 or 6 delivery missions that all went to the same spot.
Okay.
So then they had to spend like the majority of their time was spent loading and unloading. But at least the Vulture, with the work you're doing, is like I personally find it very engaging. You got to kind of look at it like you're reverse painting the ships, because the stuff just melts off.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend, if you're gonna, like, I like going to Oris, like any of the places that have mining equipment, will have salvaging equipment.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
get yourself an extra abrading head.
Okay.
And the reason like me and Mike, actually a couple of days ago, we were talking about this. So on your Vulture, you're gonna have 2 cinches and an abrade, and you're gonna have on your right side, you're gonna have an abrade and a cinch, and on your left, you'll have a cinch and a essentially a tractor beam, so that you
Yeah.
can basically grab the shit, whatever part you're salvaging, and rotate it. I
Okay.
don't fucking use it. I just fly
I
around the
didn't like.
thing.
Yeah. See, I was just about to say the same thing. I don't even use the tractor beam. I just fly around the fucking ship. I thought the
Yeah.
tractor beam
Uh,
just made things worse.
I mean, it depends on how you use it, because the thing is the tractor beam will try to grab the middle of the ship or the part. So if you're like on the far left side, it's gonna grab it and pull it in front of you, and then it's gonna wiggle a bit before it comes to a complete stand, before it stops, and then you could
Okay.
like rotate it. But if you rotate it too fast, it doesn't have like thrusters, right? So it's just going to keep spinning for a few seconds. Or if you let it go while it's moving, right, it's going to keep moving. So honestly, it's better to just fly up to the thing and go to work. And
Okay, how the fuck do I
the
do
reason
this?
I say get the other abrade is that 2 abrading heads work faster than 2 cinching heads. And the reason why is because the cinch only affects a 1.5 meter radius, and a braid works at a 3 meter radius. While the cinch individually works faster at like a 60% efficiency, which Mike was saying that those numbers are wrong. This is just an example. The braids work at like 40%, but because of the size of the area they're working in, they actually are more efficient. The third head type
Yeah.
works on a 6 meter uh, radius, but its efficiency is so low that it's significantly slower than the Tua braids. And they don't label it really well, but when you're in the utility or the weapon section of the Vulture to change the part,
Yeah.
you'll see two cinches, and they're like one on top of the other, but they don't say like left cinch or right cinch. It's the bottom one. The bottom cinch is your left arm's head. So that's the one you want to trade out.
Okay.
The Vulture is a lot of fun. I will say that. You
Yeah, you're good. I am trying to figure out why my sticks are not working properly. It's about to piss me off.
So I had my IHOP.
How was it?
It was pretty good. They don't do eggs Benedict, which kind of made me sad, but that's okay. I got a trucker's discount. I was like, oh, yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they give out a lot of different things, and the discounts to people are great.
Yeah. I think the nice part is like this IHOP, it's in a parking lot that is actually designed for trucks, right? Like we have like 3 or 4 different gas stations here for the different companies.
Mm-hmm.
But what was nice is when I went inside, right at the entrance to the left, there's a corridor. They have an entire shower room for truckers, and I was like, oh, that's fucking amazing. And they like, I asked them how much does it cost to use the shower, because a lot of places you got to spend money in order to have a shower, and they're like, no, it's free.
There you go.
Okay. Oh fuck, I know where I'm stopping from now on, because like, I would say that on the route that I work so far, I have only found one gas station that has showers, and
there's not a lot of them anymore.
no, it is dirty as fuck. Like I went into the shower to I was gonna go take a shower, and then when I walked in there, I was so grossed out. I was like, no, I'd rather stink for the week and take a shower at home than this. But I went to go look at the IHOP one, and holy shit, is it ever clean? Like it smelled clean, it looked clean. I was like, fuck, I almost feel like I could be barefoot in there and not worry about fucking athlete's foot. So
Crap.
I know where I'll be going from now on.
This is about to suck ass. Okay, come here, downloads, open a new window, full window over.
To do my vehicle inspection report.
Yeah, we're getting yelled at because we're not doing that. Alright, so I gotta come over to the PTU folder. User. No. Public.
Yeah, here in Canada, if you don't do your inspection report, the first time, you get a
Mhm.
warning. The second time, depending on, like, if you don't do it, they'll do a full inspection of your truck.
Mhm.
And if they find any major defects with your truck, you lose your license in that moment.
Oh.
Yeah, if they find a minor defect, you'll get some demerit points, but and I think you need 22 demerit points in order to lose your license. And for a minor, depending on which minor defect they find, they range from 1 to 3 points.
Mm.
But a major defect, especially one that could be catastrophic and cause deaths, yeah, your license is taken at that point. Like when I say your license, I don't mean your essentially like your CDL. You lose your CDL, but you don't lose your driver's license. Like you can still drive your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're very strict here in Canada. Very strict. One thing I have
Paste.
learned though is that the people who make the rules for truckers
Mhm.
are a bunch of office jockeys
Oh yeah.
who are barely even good at driving their cars.
Oh yeah. Dude, everybody's like that. Especially in the no, no, I'm serious. Especially in the United States, you will find so many people that think they're so much smarter than everybody else because oh, we make this money, we can do this, that. No,
Yeah.
no, you are not smarter than everybody else, motherfuckers. Sorry, you're not the ones in the field actually doing it. You may have done it 20 years ago, but that's 20 years ago. We're in 2025. It's totally different.
Yeah, today is today.
Well, no, I mean it's
Like,
just everybody. There's cameras, you have phones, you get GPS, you have so many eyes on you, and everybody's like, oh, I can get around this, and then bam! Oh, I didn't think that was going to happen. Oh, well, it did.
yep. Oh yeah. Um,
Okay, let's see if this works. Options, keybinds, HOTAS, advanced, control profile. Yes, dual BTK. There we go. Keyboard, mouse, T1601, T16002. Bam. Okay. Um, flight movement. Yes. Okay, so all of that is correct. This is wrong. Fuck your cruise control. We'll turn the G-force control off, ESP off, landing systems toggle. Landing systems button 7. Landing system deploy. Yes. FOP headshot, yep. Right control down at one. What? That doesn't make sense for VTOL. Okay. Okay.
what is it? My wife asked me a question last night, and I couldn't answer it. When it comes to the ships we purchase in game,
Yeah.
are they still getting wiped every now and then?
No. No. In-game ships will always be there. Okay.
Okay, so if I purchase it, it's mine forever.
Yes. Okay. Now, when insurance comes out and actually starts working, then we'll
Yeah.
have to start buying insurance. But insurance isn't correctly working. So, with that being said, insurance really doesn't matter. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the ships we purchase online, those have unlimited insurance, correct?
For now, yes. Okay,
How
for
long
now,
is it gonna last?
whenever they actually implement insurance, and I don't think they'll implement insurance until the game actually fully releases to the public.
Yeah, it's
You
just
get what
because
I'm
like
saying?
a lot of them have LTI, right? Lifetime insurance.
Yes and no. It depends on if you buy it. Okay, so Right
That's what I
now,
mean. Like,
that's
you
what
buy it on the website.
I know, and that's the thing is right now I think you can buy insurance, but I don't think it works. Even when everything fully comes out, I think if we buy lifetime insurance right now, I don't know if that still works. I don't know that information. That would be like a logged or somebody else that's like deeper into the game. I'm not that deep into it.
Fucking logged, man. That guy is so fucking passionate about it.
Some of them guys are. The other guy sounds like
Like-
somebody I know, but I know it's not. I know it's not him, and he's a huge nerd. Not being
Like, the
mean,
other
but he's a
day-
nerd.
The other day when he was having that discussion with Discreet about skills and like the RPG aspects that Discreet was talking about, I think Log was way too aggressive.
At times,
Um,
yes.
Personally, if somebody were to talk to me like that in person, I would just be like, okay, fuck off. I'd walk away. Nobody talks to me like that. I didn't say anything. I wanted to. And that's why at one point I said, like, I understand where you're coming from, Logged, but I do think I heard something very akin to what Discreet's talking about.
I
And that
agree.
completely, like, disengaged him for a good solid, like, 15, 20 minutes. It made him like, well, if you have the article, I'll believe you. And I was like, well, again, I remember hearing about something very similar to what he's saying. It sounds very familiar, but I don't actually know if it was like for Star Citizen or another game. And I wouldn't be shocked if he's thinking of another game that's very similar or, within the same genre of Star Citizen. And then Discreet's like, no, it was like an article I read on RSI, and I was like, okay, well, if you're saying you have it, go find it, pull it up, and show it to us, because otherwise you're essentially arguing a moot point, right?
Yes.
And and then at this point, like, I can understand why Logged got upset, because he just kept asking the same. Discreet just kept asking the same question over and over and over and over again, and it's like, you already got your answer like 10 times now, bud. Like, accept it.
I agree.
But
he does
I
get.
think-
I've seen he gets a little hostile.
yeah, he really does.
It's
Honestly,
alright. It's alright
his-
though. I mean, I get it between him and Discreet though. I mean, Discreet, they're all very informative and they have a lot of good information. But the information between the two of them, it's like one hears one thing and one hears something else. But they also got to remember, one lives in the U.S. and the other one lives, I think, in Europe. Like, I mean, you'll hear two different things no matter what way you go about it.
Yep. So,
But I do like
Yeah.
both, but geez, yeah, those two, man, they're something special. They're kind of like they're kind of like Mike and Smurf trying to play this game together. Like, they'll both get really frustrated with each other, start yelling at each other, and then one will go off and do his own fucking thing, and then the other will go off and do something else with me, and it's like, man, I wish you two would just get along.
yeah, sometimes you just can't mix water and oil.
Oh, I swear that's how it is sometimes with them.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
good
I
guys,
did-
but
I-
Jesus.
I did, like, once Discreet shut up, or just in general stopped talking or bringing up that one point, I really enjoyed asking Logged questions because, like, yeah, he's very well informed. Like, he knows what he's talking about. And, my best friend, I've talked to him about things that I'm really excited about that I've read on Star Citizen. And every now and then he's just like, no, that's never going to happen. I'm like, why do you think it's never going to happen? And he's like, oh, well, it's been taking so damn long for CIG to do just about anything. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, look at what they're building. you know? Like,
Seems like everybody's
you know,
in
and-
010. It's gonna suck. I'm listening. Don't worry.
yeah, and like, I was a bit shattered hearing that like community-run servers is no longer on the table. I was kind of hoping that maybe they put it on the back bench for now and they'd revisit it after the game drops.
Would be nice.
Because I remember several years ago when before the forums became Spectrum, when it was just like a standard websites forum, like old school forum style. There was a guy who was consistently posting all the 3D modeling work he was doing on bringing Star Wars stuff into Star Citizen. And I was so looking forward to it because at that point in time, they had all but confirmed that community-run servers were absolutely going to be a thing. I guess they must have changed their minds at one point.
And you're talking like a Battlefield server, like we rent servers in Battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember
That
talking
would
to my
be
best
nice.
friend about this. I was talking to my friend about this very subject, and he's like, "No, CIG wouldn't make money off of it." What do you mean CIG wouldn't make money off of it?
They'd make
in order
tons.
for server companies to provide servers for games, they have to give royalties to the owner company. So any money they make off of their servers, CIG gets a cut. They absolutely would make millions off of server rentals. And he's like, "Oh, but aren't you talking about servers like what Star Wars Galaxies or World of Warcraft has with like private servers?" I was like, no, those are emulated servers. I'm talking about community servers like what Minecraft has, where people rent the servers and pay a fee for them. And then finally he's like, "Oh, I don't think they're gonna do that. It seems like a waste of time." What? What are you talking about? Every game that allows to have rental servers makes millions off of rental servers.
Oh yeah. It's a good way to
And the
get
funny
rid of
thing-
cheaters too.
And that's the thing. Like, one of the best parts of having rental servers is that CIG does no work whatsoever on those servers. It's 100% the effort of the server owners and the server renters. Right? They work on the servers, they rent the servers, all the work is done by them. So CIG doesn't have to lift a finger other than making sure they get their cut. And for the longest time, all I could think about is just because, especially when at the time that I saw these, right, Port Olisar had been around for about a year at this point, and all I could think to myself was like, how amazing would it be if this game was Star Wars? I lost my shit, man. I fucking love Star Wars.
Would be sweet.
Yeah. Flying a legit X-Wing or a TIE fighter, I'd be happy flying a TIE fighter in that game. But they have to make it realistic. The TIE fighter itself can't have shields. But it's gotta be fast as fuck, bro.
Why doesn't the PTU? Oh, I bet you I gotta recopy my account to the PTU to make it work. Fuck.
Yeah, the wife wants to do cargo hauling with me, so I'm going to melt down my ships and get myself a Taurus.
I have no idea how to melt ships.
Oh, so what you do is you go to the website, and you go to your hangar, you click on one of the ships you have, and there should be, like, when you click on the icon, there should be a little tab that says, like, turn in or
Yeah,
exchange.
I haven't spent enough money to do that yet.
Yeah, so you click exchange, it'll ask you for your password,
Mhm.
and you just click yes, I understand that if I do this, I
Welcome
lose
to the
this,
ASOC
Yeah.
Vehicle Retrieval Vehicle
and whatnot. And
selected.
when you click
Your
OK,
vehicle has
you
been
get
delivered to the following
in-store
location.
credit for the full amount of what you
Please
paid for
visit
that ship,
below.
including taxes. Uh,
Yeah, cause I'd love to be able to melt both of these into something else.
well, what's their combined value?
Oh, I have no idea.
What two things do you have?
Right now I have, okay, so I have the Prospector and the
Okay.
RSI thing, the Zeus CL, like $155, $160. I think it said it's worth
I'll
160
be with you
now.
in a minute.
Yeah, the Zeus is about 160 to
welcome.
175. The Prospector, I believe, is 120. You could get yourself a fairly decent ship with both, but make sure that whichever one of your two ships is your starter pack.
Oh,
That
okay.
actually, you know what? Realistically speaking, your Prospector is
Give me
your
1 moment, okay?
starter pack, right?
No.
No.
Nope.
Hi.
Oh, so you've
let me know if there's
upgraded
anything I can help
you've
you with.
upgraded a ship up to the Zeus.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then all you do is you exchange both, and then make sure you grab yourself like a Mustang. Any of these starter packs, doesn't matter. That you have to have the starter pack.
Yeah, I knew that.
Because if you, yeah, I made the mistake of getting rid of my starter pack and getting a really nice ship, and then I get in game and I was trying to figure out why can't I play anymore. And then somebody
Yeah.
told me it's like, yeah, you gotta have the starter kit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
that
melt them
makes
down,
sense.
get your starter kit, and then go to the CCU and see which ship you want, and you'll have a bunch of in-store credit that you can use, and there you
Yeah,
go.
but then you're spending more money.
No,
Yeah, because you got to buy another starter pack, so that's another 45 to 60
no,
bucks.
you do
No, the
not need
starter
to buy
packs are
another starter.
free.
The starter packs are not free,
Welcome
but
to the
you
ASOC
can use your
Vehicle
in-store
Retrieval
credit to
System.
get the starter pack.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
See, that's where it's like, can I buy 2 more starter packs then? Just melt
Well,
those
that's
all
it, right?
down?
If you get a starter pack, right? Let's say you have two starter packs, and you use one of them to melt down to get other ships, you can just get standalone ships. You don't have to worry about upgrading.
Hmm.
But if you only have the one starter,
Please
then
visit us
you
again.
you can completely melt everything down, get a new starter with the in-store credit that you got, and then upgrade it further from there. I have roughly 375 Canadian dollars put into the game, and I've melted down my starter kit so many times. I haven't spent a penny on the game in like 5 years.
Okay.
And I've melted that ship down hundreds of times now.
I was gonna say, I know Mike's got a bunch of money into
Yeah, I think that is something I would like to do, is get myself another starter, so that way I can melt one down and then just get a standalone ship, because then I have even more money to play with to getting the bigger ships. But
I
it's
just
like,
don't know what
wanna
else I want to go to. That's my thing, and I don't have I mean, I do have a selection, but my selection's not very great.
Yeah, my selection's small. I have a Cutlass, a Vulture, and
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up, buddy.
It's been
Oh, hold on, back up. What?
how about now?
That's better.
So for the last 2 years, I've had a Bucky in my fleet manager, but it's not in my hangar. I don't mind the Buccaneer, but it's like a stiff breeze will kill that thing, man.
I haven't drove that.
Well, it's like as far as light fighters go, there's no real point in flying a Bucky because there's significantly better vehicles out there. Like some that are faster, more armor, better maneuverability, and better firepower. So,
Alright, hold on, let me see what I got.
yeah.
So, I can go to the Vulture, another Zeus, the Hornet, the Fortune, the Hornet Tracker, Hornet Ghost, the Taurus, A1 Spirit, the Hurricane, Scorpius Antis, Constellation Andromeda, Vanguard, Hoplite, Scorpius, Super Hornet, Corsair. I really want to go to the Corsair. Corsair looks sick.
These are all things that you've purchased in game.
No, that I can go to from the Prospector.
Oh, you're looking at
So
the
I
hangar.
could,
Yeah.
so I could ship upgrade to like a Corsair or an Andromeda, but that's like fucking $85. Andromeda's expensive.
Yeah, that's why you melt down your Zeus and your Prospector, grab a new starter kit, use your in-store credit to buy it, and then with whatever you have left over, you should have enough to pay for the difference with in-store credit for the Andromeda.
Probably could.
And if you don't, you just get your old ships back.
Yeah, no, Andromeda would be cool. But I don't think it's, I mean, I don't think I have more, I don't know what the cargo is on it and shit. I haven't really.
148, I believe.
Oh, that's not that much.
No, it's not. Because the thing is you got to remember the Constellation Andromeda is a
Yeah, it's a
multi-role.
multi-role.
But yeah, its primary focus is honestly being a missile boat.
I want the A2 Hercules. Dude,
The Connie has a lot of missiles on it. The top racks, I believe, are interchangeable, but the wing racks are not interchangeable. So you can only use the size that are like mounted to it.
Yeah, that's the same way with the Zeus. You can't change the missile racks. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like
I understand that some of them are designed as proprietary systems, but it's nice that with the Connie you have some that you can interchange.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I would take the Andromeda over the Zeus any day. Because with the Zeus you get 2 size 4s, with the Connie you get 4 size 3s, and you've got a turret on top and a turret on the bottom, and they both have size 3s as well. Then you got a ridiculously large amount of missiles, and if you have a co-pilot beside you, they can launch the missiles for you while you're using the gun. So if you have 2 gunners,
Ooh,
and it's also got the Merlin attached to it.
What's that?
So if you've got the Merlin's the tiny little snub fighter that is symbiotically attached to the rear.
Yeah, me and Mike have flown that a little bit. Yeah.
So that comes with your purchase of the Connie. And what you can do with the fleet manager, you can spawn the Merlin on its own. But if you spawn your Connie, the Merlin is by default attached to the rear.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's the Connie is an amazing ship. Like all around, it's probably one of the best ships in the game. It can do medium cargo hauling. It's got firepower up the yin yang. It's got a fuckload of missiles, and it's got a snub fighter.
Damn, there's no other access for this but the rear hatch. Okay.
Man, now that I think about it, I really want my Connie back. Don't get me wrong, I love the Cutlass. The Cutlass is an amazing ship to have.
I do. I like the Cuddy too.
But damn, I really want my Connie back.
I'm in a Star Runner right now. Crusader
Yeah,
Mercury
screw it.
Star Runner.
I'm gonna get my Connie back.
Hey, if that's how you feel, take it, brother. I mean, especially if it's a
Well, it's-
multi-role like that.
Like it is like a bigger version, a beefier, bigger version of a Cutlass. Honestly, it's like the Cutlass's bigger brother. That's the best way I could describe it, because it has essentially the same firepower, size 3s all around, but it has a second turret underneath. And fuck, it's got a Merlin attached, right? Somebody
That's
starts
cool.
attacking, you've got a decent pilot, right? And it's got really beefy shields. Like it's beefy. This thing could take a punch and keep going.
That, and it's, I mean, it's a good way for, you know, when stuff's really going bad, it's a good way to bail.
It is, yes. But honestly, if you have a decent crew, like 2 gunners and a co-pilot to manage your energy systems and fire your missiles, you don't need to worry about bailing. Unless you're completely outnumbered, then yeah. But
Well,
then all
that's
you
what
need
I'm
to do
saying.
is bring an extra player to be the Merlin pilot. Yes, the Merlin could blow up just fucking leaving the thing, right? Not anymore. They fixed that issue. But that thing is, the Merlin is fast as fuck. It is hard to hit. Yeah, I'm getting my Connie back tonight. Hell yeah, I'm getting my Connie back. Oh, and when it comes to exchanges on the website, you can exchange your stuff every 24 hours. So if you've just upgraded to a new ship, you have to wait 24 hours, and then you can melt it down again and get your old ships back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it works with the in-store gear that you could purchase. So like, you know how they have the armor sets and the weapons that you can purchase?
Yeah.
You can use your in-store credit to get that stuff, and you could also melt that stuff down as well. So if you upgrade to another ship and you still have a few bucks left over and it's enough to buy yourself a weapon, go buy
Yeah.
yourself a weapon. CIG did a really good job at what you are and are not able to do on their website. And it's very, very versatile. I love it. Thanks to their system, I've had an opportunity, like, especially with the amount of money I've put into the game, I've had an opportunity to try a great many variety of ships. Just for free. Wow, I mean, yeah, I put $375 into the game, but otherwise, for free, I get to try any ship I want if they're within the price range.
And that's nice too.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. CIG is really like player oriented. They really want to make it an amazing experience. Obviously, those who are willing to spend more money on the game than others will have more opportunities, but that makes sense, right? If you're
Yeah.
spending more money, you should get more stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get my Connie back tonight. It's just I don't know if I can get the Connie and the Vulture. That's the thing. But I mean, the Vulture's not that expensive in game, so I could probably get the money back easy. Like, 0.2 is dropping today, right? So, well,
I'm waiting for it.
supposedly. If it does drop today, then that means that like 90% of the headache from 0.1 is gone. Elevators.
Should be.
When I'm unloading, I'm gonna look up the difference between the Archimedes and the Merlin, because you can actually take the Merlin off your Constellation and replace it with the Archimedes. I think what the difference is like, because the Merlin is a tiny little snub fighter with a size 3 weapon basically built into it, and it's a ballistic weapon. I'm wondering if the Archimedes is the built-in weapon is a laser, a size 3 laser. Probably specifically a Badger. And you can't. I don't think you could switch it for an attrition too, which kind of sucks. But everything else on that thing is size 1, size 1, size 1, size 1. Missile racks, size 1. How many missiles can you have? 1 missile per rack. What size are they? Size 1.
Oh, come on. Where am I trying to go? Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to drop today. I'm not sure when. I'm guessing probably around noon or so or later today, but I was wishing it would have dropped last night.
Yeah. It's too bad these patch updates, like, I understand why, but at the same time, it'd be really nice if they dropped them at, like, midnight.
Yeah, it would be. I'd take this as a pledge ship. Or an in-bot game ship. I like this Mercury, this Crusader Mercury Star Runner. It's a cool ship. It's got a turret on the top and bottom.
Was it yesterday? I can't remember who it was I was talking to. And we were talking about ships, and I was talking about how much I really want to get the Scorpius. And they're like, "Oh, don't get the Scorpius. Get the Hornet." I was like, "But I want the Scorpius because I love it. I've flown it. I really enjoy it." And they're like, "Yeah, but the Hornet's faster. It's got the same, if not better, firepower.
So
And like, if you lose a wing, you're still fine to fly, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, but it's not a heavy fighter. It's a medium. I want a heavy fighter because I'm not a good pilot. I don't want to fly a ship that puts me in direct one-on-one combat."
I agree.
Right? And they're like, "Well, what's so like? Well, I mean, it's still a fighter. That's what it's for." And I was like, "No, you don't put heavy fighters in one-to-one combat. You'd have a squadron of, say, like you have 4 Gladiuses, your light fighters, right? You have a squadron of those. They would be supported by one Scorpius. Because the Scorpius is slow, it's beefy, and it brings a fuckload of firepower to bear. It's got 8 size 3 guns.
Damn.
Yeah. 4 on the wings, right? And then 4 on its turret. So you've got a co-pilot in there. And the best, I think the coolest thing about it is that when you sit in the co-pilot seat and you grab hold of the remote turret, the turret's on top. If you hit the deploy button, the turret will actually shift, go to the back of the ship, and kind of go below a little bit so it can attack targets that are underneath the body. It's such a versatile heavy fighter. But I was trying to explain to them that when you're in a combat situation, right, you don't want hundreds of light fighters to be the entire makeup of your fleet. You want light fighters supported by heavy fighters that have a medium fighter escort. Because your light fighters are the ones who are going to go in, intercept, and harass the enemy. Your heavy fighters are going to be launching their barrage at a long distance. And your medium fighters are going to run escort for your heavy fighters.
I don't have.
That's how you want to be strategically.
I don't have any storage on that ship, so I'm gonna come back over here. Account settings. I'm gonna hit subscribers. Oh no. Doop. Doop. And copy.
Because, like, I was, we were talking about, like, what would make a good escort for, say, an Idris. And I said, ultimately, what you would want is a mixture between hammerheads and anything that's a really good missile boat. So the Constellation Andromeda, really good missile boat. But in the absence of those, a good alternative is, like, say, 4 Scorpius. Again, simply because of the amount of firepower they bring to bear, right? An independent turret with 4 size 3s, that's the same firepower as the Cutlass Black or even the Connie from the pilot's perspective. That's an insane amount of firepower for a turret on such a small ship. I mean, it's a big ship, but relatively it's small. And I'm like 99% sure the only reason why I want the actual Scorpius is because it's a fucking X-Wing.
I know. You're saying that. That would be sweet to have an X-Wing fighter just whipping that motherfucker.
Oh, man, yes. Could you imagine in Star Citizen's engine a fully modeled and fully rendered Star Destroyer?
Take the Zeus and make it 5 times bigger, yeah?
Yeah, and give it a command deck.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, here's the genius thing. Like, you know how in most sci-fi shows and movies, and even in Star Citizen, you look at the shape of their ships, especially their capitals.
They
For the
look
most
like
part,
a lot of Star Wars stuff.
well, no. What I was going to say is they're predominantly rectangles. And in order to use the vast majority of their firepower, they have to broadside or have the top of the ship facing the enemy. A Star Destroyer faces the enemy dead on. It presents the smallest target possible, and 100% of its weapons can be brought to bear on that target. So when you're looking at a Star Destroyer dead on, it's extremely thin and narrow compared to if you have at a broadside view. It's a genius design for space combat.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm making making my character right now, dude. He's an ancient dude with a beard. It's all blonde. I love doing this characterization. Dude, the customization on the character, I'm sorry, it makes me laugh so hard. It's great.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I love. There's a mod that you can get for
There's a few
Fallout
of them.
4. For Fallout 4, that your sliders that allow you to change what the face looks like. You can have it so that the sliders go from 0 to 100 up to 0 to 1,000.
Yeah, there's
when you slide
there's
that-
mods for characters on this too.
Okay.
They're on Vortex, but they're mainly just shader revamp mods. But I know there's one
Yeah.
mod for a character on there, and she's like the palest white of white.
I wish that, because I know the majority of things in Star Citizen are probably server side. But it would be kind of cool if what models look like to the individual player was done client side. Because I remember way back when with Half-Life 1, there was a mod for Half-Life 1 called Firearms. And I played the ever-living fuck out of that game. But what made it really cool is you could buy model packs, texture packs, or not buy, you can download model packs, texture packs, and sound packs that could change the in-game weapon to sound and look like something else. It would still be functionally the same weapon as before. It would just look and sound different to you. But to everybody else, it would still look like the normal weapon in the game. And it'd be cool if Star Citizen had that, where client side, you could change what a gun looks like and sounds like, but functionally, it would still be the same weapon as before. I think people would have a lot of fun with that. Because then we'd probably actually get somebody who would probably model the fucking Scorpius to look like an X-Wing with a co-pilot seat.
Didn't they make with a co-pilot seat? I thought
yeah,
the
so
last one had with a co-pilot seat.
In The Force Awakens?
Before the new generation making, yes.
So in the Legends, yes, there was a X-Wing model that had a Wizzo, but it wasn't very popular to use because, generally speaking, the R2 units or the R4, like the droid companion you could put in the back, was
technically
effectively
your
better
co-pilot.
than the co-pilot.
Yeah, but the droid was technically the co-pilot.
Well, that's it, and that's why I'm saying, like, it was better to have a droid than another pilot, because then you could have more X-Wings out on the field that have a built-in co-pilot or a droid that could do all the same functions of a co-pilot. But yes, they did have two pilot X-Wings, but they weren't as popular. They had very specific functions outside of being fighters. I think they were predominantly used for reconnaissance. I think my favorite model of X-Wing, though, was in the books during the Yuzhang Vong War. Luke Skywalker got a new X-Wing called the XJ5, and it was an X-Wing that was painted like pitch black, and it had stealth systems up the yin yang. This thing could disappear in a moment's notice. Like it wasn't like active camouflage where like the Predator from the movies,
Okay.
but it was an extremely stealthy X-wing. It sacrificed deflector shields, but because of how black it was painted, uh, it was next to impossible to see with the naked eye. And because of the stealth systems it had built in, it was very hard for computers to even pick it up. Why need deflector shields when you don't get hit?
Yeah,
Nobody sees you.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one, and that's kind of.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would do that.
They did actually. The Eclipse, right? The stealth bomber.
Okay.
If you take the shields off, you take the weapons off, right? You're a run and gun, like you're coming in, you fire your thing, and you get the hell out. If you put nothing but stealth parts into it, its IR signal and its EM signal are 2 kilometers.
Jeez.
You have to be 2 kilometers to be able to. You need to be 2 kilometers close to it in order to detect the thing. Even its cross section is like 5 kilometers. So it's under the range of most missiles, and it's definitely under the range of every fucking radar except maybe the Hornets radar, like the radar dish one.
Yeah.
But when I used to do ERTs, ETRs, whatever they're called.
ERTs.
ERTs, yeah. I would do that. I would put nothing but stealth options. I'd take the guns off and I'd take the shields off. And I'd go after the hammerheads. And I would fly towards them at top speed. I'd get my lock. And at the very last second, I would launch the torpedo. And because I'm flying faster than the torpedo, I would match its speed and sit in front of it. Right?
I've heard about people being able to do that.
Yeah. And they start shooting at the torpedo, but they hit you.
Yeah,
yes, you're going to take quite a bit of damage. But at the last second, you pull away. They'll continue to target you because now they've detected you. And then boom, one hit wonder on a fucking hammerhead. You fly off. You've made your bank. Go on to the next one. Well, go fix your ship first, but. And the thing is, I think the minimum lock-on range for the torpedoes is 15 kilometers, but the max range is like 50 kilometers. Like, you definitely don't want to be launching that thing at 50 kilometers, man. Like, they'll see that thing coming a mile away.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, my best friend, he'll do that sometimes. If he's hunting, if he does bounty hunter hunting, he will literally shut off all his systems except for his engines. And he'll have them at the lowest setting, right? And he'll slowly creep towards his target. And at the last second, he puts everything on max and he attacks. The stealth systems in Star Citizen, while not completely fleshed out, are still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to play a game style that leaves you 100% vulnerable until it's time to actually make your move.
running the
defi-
shotguns.
I definitely like the power management system now more than before. How like before it was like that triangle thing.
Yeah, it's way better.
Oh yeah, that triangle was like at the time when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I could I can manage my power supplies and stuff like that. But this one, much more intuitive. Being able to sacrifice power to your cooling systems really, really helps. Wait, didn't they mention that they're going to bring overheating for weapons back?
I do not know.
Because if they do, I mean, I remember when the attritions were first a thing, the whole thing that made the attritions so amazing was the fact that the hotter they get towards overheating, the more power they fire, like the more damage they do. So if they bring overheating back into the game, the attritions are going to get even beefier. And like, aren't they the current meta?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're even diving way deeper than I've been ever dove in a game.
Honestly, I don't normally dive this much into games unless it's a game that I really, really thoroughly love. But all this stuff that I know, it's because my best friend told me. He dives a lot into the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm learning a lot, not just from you, but from like not logged. Dude, I've been learning a lot. It's like, oh, I didn't know that about a lot of this.
Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't know was like before, by default, my mouse wheel controlled my throttle control. Right, like
Yeah,
increasing my
it's
top speed.
well, yeah, it's your it's got a name. I just can't remember what it is right now.
They told me if I hold left alt and I roll it, it should work.
Yes, left alt, roll it up and down, and it's like, kind of like a cruise, but you don't go any faster. You'll go slower, but not any faster.
Oh.
I can't remember the name.
Like,
it's in the key bindings. I forgot. I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
speed limiter. It's a speed limiter. So, like you can set be at 168 or 120 instead of at 200 all the time.
I think we might be starting one of the.
Yeah, and that's what I want. Is I love. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy the fact that when I deploy my landing gear, I drop right down to 20. It's a nice feature. I really enjoy that. But especially when I'm in combat, I want to be able to control my speed. And I know there's like the optimal speed limit to maintain like a good balance between speed and maneuverability, because once you go a little too high, you start losing your maneuverability a bit, stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I want to be able to control that. Right now, I'm pretty happy with the control setup that the game comes with, but I'd still like to be able to have a little bit more control.
Anyone in game or just waiting on the patch, says Auto Mills, and looking for play. Geez, 50 plus new messages in general chat. When I want to see if anybody's talking about what time the patch drops.
Now arriving.
I just asked in general chat if anybody knows when the patch will drop. Give us an idea of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to spend $1 million on armor and gear. I'm in the PTU, so I'm waiting for the live patch to drop.
Hopefully it drops before I get home, so that way when I get home I can install it and have it ready before I start playing tonight. Because like updating that thing is a bitch and a half. It takes so long.
Please welcome our newest member, Walrus. Oh, that's why I had to change my name the other day, dude. I'm loving some of these
Welcome
names I'm
to the
seeing.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
There we go. So I do have a C1 Spirit, huh? Let's check out what that is.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again.
Oh, I got one of those? Oh, these are dope.
What is it?
C1 Spirit.
Oh,
I bought one of these
isn't that just
before.
like a smaller version of the C2?
Yeah. Technically, they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool, but I won't drive it.
It's a baby C2. It just hasn't evolved yet.
Dude,
Like a fucking Pokemon.
what is it?
You gotta-
What does the tanks
is it-
fit in? The tanks fit in what, the
To
A1?
the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Or
Your
no,
vehicle has been delivered.
what the
Please
hell is
visit us
that?
again. Goodbye.
It's not the C2 Hercules. What's the other one? Oh, there's
I
a
love how
bigger one.
The Avril Arrow is completely and 100% based on the Avro Arrow from Canada.
What the hell is that?
You've never heard of the Avro Arrow?
No, sir, I have not.
So the Avro Arrow is a jet that was made back in the early or late 70s, early 80s. And because of its design, it was one of the most advanced fighter jets ever made. And the US screwed us over. Give me a second there. Ah, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's alright.
Trying to lift my lift axle. Canada was told we cannot have this jet, and so the only Avro Arrow that exists today is in an aviation museum somewhere in Canada. Now, the scientists who worked on it were very pissed off at the fact that they couldn't put this jet in the Air Force. So the scientists went to other countries that would take their design. And now you have things like the Mirage that has the Delta
Oh.
Wing pattern,
Yeah.
Canadian design.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I never knew that, to be honest. Why do I have to clean
Your
my shit
insurance
now?
claim has been sent.
All right, I'll be right back. I just got to go open my tanker.
Alright.
Thank you. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
What a day. I'm since level 4. Actually been up since 3. need another damn keyboard. I probably stopped watching. This sucks.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Ah. Yes, I wanted to go look at some ships on the website.
Damn it, I can't type.
Please visit us again.
My phone's
Goodbye.
gotta stop going off. Oh, I just have too much to do at the moment.
In game or at home?
I just got a whole bunch of shit going on. Oh, that's just the neighbor. I'm running my stream, trying to talk to people. Well, somebody that was on here. Probably not there anymore. But
Mhm.
I'm trying to run that, type at the same time, look at the Discord on my laptop, because I got my laptop next to me, and I got everything else running on that. Well, I got everything running on this. And then I got a TV going in
Welcome
the background.
to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle
so
has been delivered to the
I try
following
and
location.
envelop my ADHD so then I don't sit here and twiddle my thumbs and think and think and think and then get really freaking bored.
Please visit us again.
Yeah. Okay, so I definitely stand corrected. So the Archimedes, there's the Archimedes and the Archimedes Emerald. They're both racing ships.
Mm.
And they're like, it's the same Merlin design, but they're not designed for combat.
Okay, so I have one ship on top of another ship. So they fixed the elevators, but now I have one ship that spawns on top of another ship. What the fuck?
Oh, they changed the they changed what the snub fighter has.
Mm.
Like, it has no missiles. So it's got oh, it's not even a size 3 anymore. So the gun that's built into the ship is a size 2 now.
I gotta figure out how I'm going to get into one of these ships.
Fuck. So, all things considered, the Archimedes or the Merlin is pretty fucking useless. It's got two. Sorry, yeah, it's got a size 1 main gun and 2 size 1s.
Hmm.
That's rather unfortunate. Apparently, according to this, it no longer has missiles. Once upon a time, the Merlin had one little missile on each wing. Wow. That sucks.
That sounds like it.
They,
I'm literally.
They took the, yeah, go ahead.
I literally have 2 Zeuses just chilling in my hangar.
I remember one day, was playing with my best friend, and we were coming in for a landing. The doors open, and right at the entryway, there's a Zeus, but it's completely flat against the door. Right? The doors
Yeah.
open all the way, and I was able to just squeak by above it, and I landed. And when the doors closed, the Zeus disappeared. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I go inside the station, I go and I do a few things, I buy some stuff, I get some food, and I get back to my hangar, nothing's there. I spawn my Cutlass, and as the door, like the moment the doors start moving, the Zeus reappears. And it's still flat against the door. Oh, it was so silly. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of that stuff. Do I care for that? No, I don't. Care about this? No, I don't care about that. Oh, oops.
Ah, yeah, that's the other one I gotta turn off. Okay, turn off cruise control. Okay. Turn the game. Open my hangar, damn it.
Landing gear raised. Landing gear deployed.
Do I care for the Atlas? No, I don't give a damn about the Atlas. Like, it's an interesting vehicle, the Atlas, but it's way too fucking clunky for my liking.
Okay, so where's open doors? MFD, yeah, nope.
Yeah, 204 won't be enough. I'll have to melt down my Vulture as well.
It's not that.
So yeah, I just exchanged all my items except for my P6LR sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
And what I'm gonna do now, if I can hit the fucking button. Hey, fucker. Shop, pledge store. I'm gonna grab game packages. And I just grabbed the most basic of basic, right? Like, let's see. That one's 76. Honestly, it doesn't even matter which package you grab because at the end of the day, if you're going to be upgrading it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Alright, damn it.
Um,
Where is all doors?
Add to cart. Okay. Go to my cart. So, like, technically speaking, right now, I can't even play the game because I sold my starter pack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go expand on my order summary. How much is the order? 45 USD. I'm gonna put $45, and my total cost comes to $0 USD.
Nice.
I can now play the game again. But that's what I mean is you can sell your starter package, right? You can sell all. You can exchange all the items you have in your hangar,
Mm-hmm.
and with the money you get back, you can get another starter pack, and then upgrade that to the ship you want.
Fuck, I forgot. Where it was. Opening and closing doors.
So there we go. I now have that in my hangar, and I still have 334 USD left over. Ships. Whoops. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted ship upgrades. Filter.
Ah,
My Mustang.
so
To not the Aquila. Andromeda. There we go. Add to caught. Okay, expand order. 210. 210. Add. Boom. Boom. There. My Mustang is now a Connie.
nice.
I have 124 left. What could I possibly get? Standalone ships. And that's a cool thing. You know how much in-store credit you have, so you know what your limit is and what you can get. Because when you use in-store credit, you don't pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Landing gear deployed.
So let's go price from lowest to highest. Can't get that, can't get that. Where is the vulture? It's no one's notes. Yeah, so the vulture is 175 USD. So if you were to melt your Zeus and your prospector, you could upgrade a starter to the vulture and you'd probably still have quite a bit left over. Yeah, the prospector's 155. And the Zeus, you have the Mark II CL,
Yes.
175. So you would have about you'd have more than $300 to spend. You could definitely get the vulture and something else.
Check fire. Vehicle impounded. Reckless vehicle. Fuck you. It's my vehicle behind it, you fucking idiot. Oh, so now you're gonna open my hangar door. You fucking piece of crap. Fucking. What the fuck?
That's
Alright.
hilarious.
That's it, dude. If you were looking at my game right now, you would laugh your ass off because I literally have one Zeus and then another Zeus, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm about to really fuck up. No, because this is what I have to do. Woo! Don't crash, stupid.
Now that I have 124 bucks, I have no idea what I want to spend it on. I could get a rock. It's only 55 USD.
The rocks are fun, they are.
Yeah.
Shields are off.
Put the money I have left over, I have the Connie, the Andromeda. I could get my Cutlass Black again if I really wanted to. I could get the Centurion. But it wouldn't fit in the Connie, which makes it useless.
Oh, Logs must not be on today. Either that or he's waiting for the drop.
Yeah, I can't look at the Arrow without thinking of the Avro Arrow. Like, it's the same Delta Wing design. It's and I mean, even the name
Shields are
Avril Arrow, Avro Arrow,
Yeah.
like it can't not be. Still a nice nod to such an amazing jet. But yeah, one of the main reasons why the Avro Arrow was stricken down was because it actually posed a significant threat to the F-18, and the U.S. basically said that you cannot have a jet that poses a threat to us.
Pretty much.
And we're like, oh, well, okay, I guess.
That's how we are sometimes.
So instead, we bought your F-18s, and we got really good pilots. You know, we only have like 20 active F-18s here in Canada.
That's it?
That's it. We'll put it this way. New York City has more police officers than, it's either New York City or New York State. Probably New York State has more police officers than we have a standing military. Reg Force, Reserve, Army, Air, Navy, they have more. I think in grand total, we have maybe about 85,000 active Canadian Forces members.
landing gear deployed.
We have an itty bitty little army. Would you say the Gladius is still a worthwhile combat ship? In your
I've-
opinion?
Never used it.
Never used it? Okay.
No.
I'm wondering if I should get the Hull A. That thing could do some freaking mean ass cargo hauling. What's its SCU?
That's honestly that's what I would do because anymore you make more money in cargo hauling.
So according to this, the Hull A has 64 SCU.
Yeah, you gotta have the Hull C. I think is what it is, something like that.
Isn't that one that you can only purchase in game?
I don't know.
Yeah, because the Constellation Andromeda has more than the Hull A, so there's no point in me getting the Hull A.
Yeah, no, I get a Hull C or something with a lot of cargo. I know one of them has like 600 cargo.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing I could possibly upgrade to? The A2 Hercules. Hercules! $750. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd love to have the Prowler. I fucking love the design of that ship. The Aquila. Give me a second here.
Come on, game.
All right, I'm back. Nah, I'm unloading my tank right now, and this gentleman came by. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to bring your paperwork up?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure, thank you." That guy's been working at this facility for like 30 years. The guy's like borderline retirement, but he refuses to retire.
Landing gear raised.
He must really love his fucking job. Corsair. Inferno. Ion. Super Hornet. Super Hornet Mark II Plus Heartseeker upgrade kit. Oh, Scorpius. I want the Scorpion. The Hurricane. Rock you like a hurricane.
Warning. Leaving safe zone.
Come on, game. Not getting a landing pad. And there's this other guy.
Let's see. Yo, did they upgrade the Hurricane's turret?
Maybe.
Because according to this, oh, wait, per mil, 4 per mil. So according to this, it's got 4 size 5s on the turret.
Why?
It says size 3 weapon, but why does it say 5 and 4?
Hey, buddy, did you get a landing pad? Can't tell if there's anybody in it. I know there's landing pads on top of the buildings up here, though. Let's go.
Docking request initiated.
Docking.
Docking unavailable. Landing gear deployed. Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable. Landing gear raised.
Well, I can't land on either one of these.
Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Well, it sucks.
Takeoff complete.
What's up?
I can't land again.
Oh. That sucks.
Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable.
My
Landing
thing
gear
is, I didn't know there was landing pads on the top of some of these buildings.
Dakota Ascension pistol. Oh, should I buy that? Do I want a pistol that hits like a motherfucking freight train?
I
Probably.
don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add that to my.
Yeah, but remember, if you lose that in game, you don't get it back.
Sure, I do. I go to the website after 24 hours after I purchase it, I exchange it, and I buy it again, and then it's in my inventory again. Like, yeah, you actually can do that.
I did not know you could do that.
I've done it so many times. Me and my friend will be playing, we'll die, and he's like, yeah, you just lost all that gear you spent money on. How do you feel? And I was like, give me a second. I log out, go to the website, exchange the gear, and then repurchase the same gear, log back in, put the gear back on, and I was like, I still have it. He's like,
That's
what? How'd
nice.
you do that?
That's
But
a nice
you
way
can
to
only do it once every 24 hours.
Yeah, but still, that $20 gear getting it back's worth it. Okay.
Well, the pistols are only 4 USD, so that's not that bad.
I know, but if you like go buy a sweet, I wanted to buy one of the sick armor suits, and I'm like, you know, man, this armor suit looks great, and then, you know, we go get grief by somebody, and there's $20 gone.
Just do yourself a favor, if you're gonna purchase anything, and this is why I avoid the sales. If you purchase it on sale,
You can't
if you
get it
go to
back.
exchange it, you exchange it for the rate that it was on sale.
Yeah, so you get like if something's like half price, you only sell it for half price, not full price.
Yeah,
That
because
sucks.
like, yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense, right? If you're only paying $50
Agreed.
for something that's normally 80, but yeah, you should only get $50 back.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm looking at this. It's called the Red Alert Weapons and Armor Pack, and it's all the red armor sets with all the red weapon sets. It's on sale for 62 USD.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Normally
really
it's
like the
89.
orange. I really like the orange exploration suit. I'm like, my favorite color is orange, and that orange exploration suit with that orange shotgun looks so cool.
See,
Like,
for me, my favorite color is olive green, like
ooh.
olive drab. I love olive green. That's why I really like the green armor sets that you could purchase.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the sets that I like. My favorite set of armor in the game right now is the RRS Ardennes SL.
That's that.
It's a very light set of armor, and like it looks tactical as fuck, but it's very light. I personally really enjoy it because I much prefer to have like a sniper build. I very rarely, if ever, wear heavy armor or carry big backpacks.
Why?
Um,
Get a big
but
backpack. You can loot like crazy.
yeah, well, see, what I do is, let's say I do a mission on in a security post. What I'll do is, after I've killed everybody, I use my tractor beam to put all their bodies on the elevator. I go up, and then I put their bodies on my ship.
Yeah, I had to ask Clucker after he played with Not Logged the other day why there was a cargo bay with like 6 random dead bodies, and he told me to leave the bodies alone. Like, and it was like in the most serial killer voice. He's like, "Put my bodies back. Those are my trophies." And I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" He's like, "Fucking dude, the dude griefed me, so I took his whole body." I'm like, "You're such an asshole." I can imagine that you're flying around trying to find your skull, and it just keeps moving from point to point to point. I'm like, "You're such a..." I was like, "You're a dick, bro. That's such a dick move."
No, it's a perfect move.
It is, but like, fuck, come on.
Here's what you do. If you really want to screw with somebody, make sure your ship always has a sperm suit. And what you do is, if you kill a player because they're harassing you or whatever, go to your locker, switch to your sperm suit, go to their body, take all their gear, leave the sperm suit on their body, and then store their stuff and take off.
I'm driving,
Because
I'm flying.
There is a
listening.
button to do like a complete switch of armor sets.
Yeah.
So you could switch out a sperm suit for all their gear in one shot and then leave their body, but I do like what McClucker did. Like, take their body with their gear and just keep moving around. Like, that is next level fucking petty, and I love it.
It's Clucker too, dude. That's why the other night I got pissed off. The motherfucker just wouldn't stop killing me. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Bye. Fuck you. Go play it by yourself.
That is like.
He was fucking killing me in his hangar. I was getting pissed off.
He's your friend. He loves you.
He's a pain in my ass.
Yeah, that's what best friends do. You know, you've known him for how long?
I've known him since, sophomore year in high school.
What, sophomore, how many years of high school is that?
Sophomore would be your second year.
Okay. Because yeah, here in Canada we don't call it like freshman, sophomore, or whatever like that.
Okay.
We have grade 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Okay, so freshman would be your 9, sophomore would be 10, junior is 11, and then your senior is your 12th year.
Okay. Because like
It's still in
seems-
my
it's-
hangar.
yeah.
No, dude, it is. It's still. Oh my god. This fucking
Well
game is
done.
gonna irritate the shit out of me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll pay the fine. I don't give a fuck about the fine. Okay, deliver a different ship.
Vehicle selected.
Oh man,
Stand
I'm
by.
so tempted to get the whole red alert kit. Because like one of the sets you get is the mining
Please visit us
armor
again.
Mm-hmm.
or the engineering armor. I guess it is. I don't know, but it's in all red.
The Pembroke suit.
No. The Gray Cat Arrow.
Mm.
It's not a bad looking armor. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I think the server's broke.
What
Welcome
weapons do you get
to
with
the
this
ASOP
pack?
vehicle retrieval
Yeah, you also get
system.
an ADP Mark IV in full red. It's like red and black. But the weapons you get
Vehicle
a.
selected. Stand by.
Okay, the guy's done. All right, I just need to go close up my tank and then I'm done. Be right back.
Oh, yeah, I think this server's capped. It's gotta be. Oops. Server's brooked.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Change menu. Servers are capped. I don't want to go. Really? Asia? Can't get into an Asia server. A USA server. In the queue of 10 again. No.
You know what I just learned? That the GRIM with Grimhex actually stands for Green Imperial. Crazy, right?
Mm.
All right, time to go home.
Nice. That's a good sound.
Oh, such a great feeling. I love it.
Any of our associates
Ah,
will
da,
help
da,
or
da.
rent your opportunity.
All right. Work. 2 hours and 15 minutes. First, I gotta go scale out. Oop. Hey.
Welcome to Io North Tower.
Oh,
Area
come
18's
on.
Premier Centre
It's
for
not what I
business
wanted to
development.
do.
Please consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunity.
Put me legs on. My helmet. Or where are the arms?
Welcome
I wish
to
yesterday
Iron
I
Wolf
had the
Tower.
driving time to
Area
have made it
18's
all the way
Premier
out
Centre
here
for
so that I
Business
could have
Development.
unloaded really early in the
Please
morning,
consult
but
any of our associates for help
take
or
what I got.
rental opportunity.
still going to be home like 4, maybe 5 hours earlier than normal.
Well, that's better than not being home at all, technically.
Yep. I mean, I haven't been home at all week.
That's what I'm saying.
Iron North Tower.
Yeah.
Area 18's Premier Centre for Business Development. Please consult any of our
Give me a
associates
second here.
for help or rental opportunity.
Ha 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 ha. Okay. Substance. Give me some water. Split those by 10 waters. 10.
All right. And
Welcome to
scaled
Iron
out,
North Tower.
ready to go.
Area 18's Premier Centre
Buggity,
for
buggity,
Business
buggity.
Development. Please consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunity.
By this button. By this button. Okay. So we got water. Yeah, med pens up the
Welcome
ass.
to Iron North Tower. Area 18's Premier Centre for Business Development. Please
Yeah,
consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunity.
Yeah, definitely something I'll be doing with the guild is when we do combat operations and stuff like on foot. I'm definitely going to take on a medic role. I love playing as a medic.
That's part of the reason why I had bought the Cutlass Red in the first place when I bought it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Iron North Tower.
I do
Area
want to get
18's
a Cutlass
Premier
Red in
Centre for
game,
Business
so
Development.
I'm going to work towards
Please
buying one.
consult any of our associates for help or rental opportunity.
Come on, give me my 10 mags.
Why are our guys leaving our trailers here? Are we allowed to do that?
If you don't want to get paid for your drive home.
No. They're leaving the trailer, not the truck.
Yeah,
the trailer.
Welcome to Iron North Tower.
that's what I'm saying.
Area
I
18's
don't
Premier
think,
Centre for Business
you know, in
Development.
the US, if
Please
you're not
consult
hauling
any
a
of our
trailer and
associates
you're
for
just
help or
driving
rental
back home,
opportunity.
you don't get paid for it.
Oh, no. Here in Canada, as long as you're driving a truck, you have to be paid.
Ah, yeah, see in the
They-
US, if you don't, oh, I gotta turn the damn vibration off. If you're
Yeah.
not driving, yeah, nope.
Yeah, here in Canada, the law is if that truck is moving, like if you're doing a yard move and
Yeah.
you're on duty, then yes, they have to pay you. But if you're doing a yard move but you're off duty, no, they don't have to pay you.
Oh, yeah, I know
Um,
some
but-
guys, like if they're
yeah.
driving back home from a haul, they don't get paid. Because they're not
That's
hauling.
bullshit.
Yeah, well, they're not hauling a unit. They're not hauling anything. They're just driving.
Give you in a minute.
That
I think
That
I
doesn't
think it's
seem right.
bullshit. Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
yeah.
I mean, I may have something a little wrong in the instance of that, but I don't think so. I know a couple people that are close to me that drive truck, and it's always been like that. If you don't have a load coming back, it doesn't matter.
Damn, that's fucked, man.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Like the way Canada puts it is that so long as you are driving, you are not on your time. You are on company time, and as long as you are on company time, they owe you money.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
That's why when I take my breaks, I don't write them down. because I'm not actually taking a break. A break implies that I am stopping to take time for myself. And the way I look at it with driving a truck is I'm still in my truck. I'm still in my office. Nobody in Canada writes down their breaks.
Mm.
And it's a legal loophole that we all take advantage of. We know that the Ministry of Transportation is trying to pass a law that we have to mark our breaks, even if they're only like 5 minutes. But the backlash that they'll get from that, they know, is probably a mass exodus of drivers.
Mm.
And that's the thing, right? Like, you want to stop the economy in your country, piss off the truck drivers. We single-handedly have the power to bring our economy to a crashing halt.
Why don't I have any fucking med guns?
That's why, like, when the big trucker convoy went to Parliament, it was a huge deal, right? People were calling the truck drivers like Nazis and anti-science people. It's like, no, we don't want to take the jab because that is our right as Canadians. We have the right to refuse vaccines. We shouldn't lose our jobs for that because that is our medical right.
Mm-hmm.
And in Canada, it is law. It is part of our Charter of Rights and Freedoms that we have the right. Our first charter freedom, our first charter right, is the right to life, liberty, and security. And part of security actually involves medical decisions. So if they say,
Life,
"Oh,
liberty,
you have
and
to get the
pursue
jab or
happiness.
you lose your job," that goes against our first charter right.
Yep.
And
last night was one hell of
like
a match.
as it stands right now, the amount of reports that are coming out of people who are negatively affected by the jabs is astronomical. Like, I was looking at a website, I think it's called Fears or something like that. What the media won't report is that there are over 5 million reports of negative side effects to the jab. 5 million. And
The hell
media was
y'all
reporting,
blinking
like,
your light at for? Just hit the fucking plus button and talk. Holy crap, you're adults, right? Fuck's sakes.
but
Hit the plus button and talk instead of flashing the light.
like, to give an example of just how much truckers influence the economy, right? When the convoy happened, there was only about maybe 200 trucks, 200 to 300 trucks in the downtown area and outside surrounding area. Our economy took a huge tank, and that's only 300 trucks. There's like 300,000 trucks in our country.
Now arriving.
And it was just those 300 plummeted our economy severely. And then Trudeau, you fucking idiot, did the worst thing possible. He could have stepped outside Parliament, right? He could have been like, hey, let's talk. Let's see if we could come to a compromise and figure something out. No, the guy decides to enact the Emergencies Act. That's a wartime act. That's something you do when your country's being invaded. I went downtown during the convoy. Man, was that ever fun. There was barbecues, there was bouncy castles. I remember going to one restaurant. There was a bunch of restaurants downtown that were like, oh, well, we're really scared, you know, they're very violent and aggressive people. Yet all the restaurants that did keep their doors open, they said during those 2 weeks, they made more money than the last 3 years combined.
Probably did.
It's like, yeah, like some of the restaurants actually had to shut their doors because they had nothing left to sell and their supply wouldn't be coming in anytime soon. They're like, we sold out. We made so much money. We sold out of stuff.
For the latest travel information,
The McDonald's, the downtown McDonald's. I refuse to go inside that place. Like tweezers up the yin yang. They made a fuckload of money. So.
This is annoying. Everything's broken.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Welcome to Star Citizen.
from transforming worlds to
99
exploring
patches
the
in the
stars.
or 99 bugs in the system. There's 99 bugs in the system. You make a patch, you pass it around. 167 more bugs in the system.
Yeah, pretty much. This is like it's ridiculous today. Y'all say fucking PTU worked great, whatever.
I'm sorry. That
I'm
is a
sorry,
live
you can't
request.
deal with that request right now. Cause you're broken.
Want your company to be in good company?
Oh my god, I can only get into 010. That's all I can do.
Offer amenities such as resource sharing and logistical pairing for our
Exit to menu.
Inquire to
You gotta be patient, man.
I know. I'm trying to get
It
into
is coming.
something. I'm trying to get into something other than frickin' 010.
Go play old school RuneScape. Me and my wife started playing it. It's so old. But it's a fuckload of fun.
See, crappy
here's
thing
an
is
idea
I
for you.
just can't go into any other server other than 010. You can't. There's no EU server or anything else.
Well, you know, if you want to play something in the meantime, just to blow time, go get PlanetSide 2. It's free.
Well, that was the thing is I wanted to fly my ship around and test out my stick some more, and
Well, then here's
like,
an idea.
damn it.
Get PlanetSide 2, pick a team, and fly one of their attack vehicles, one of their flying attack vehicles. Hotkey all your joystick buttons and fly around, shoot people down, shoot people on the ground, shoot tanks. I know it's not the same, but you gotta figure something out because otherwise you're just gonna render yourself upset. This is why I'm really glad I'm at work right now. Because like all week I've been listening to you guys play the game and having fun, laughing and whatnot, and I'm like, I want to.
I know, and it sucks because you can't. I know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's like you guys aren't making me feel like left out or anything like that. It's the whole like the longer you're away, the more the heart wants it. That's basically
Yep.
what I'm going through. But like knowing that 4.02 is dropping today, and I'm probably gonna be home by the time it drops. That's like, let's go. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I was
And
trying
honestly,
to
like-
see if I could stay at work long enough this morning, but there was definitely not enough to do.
Oh, that sucks.
We just threw a little bit of salt because everything was melting.
Mm. Yeah, I have a feeling that because my boss was telling me that Hawkesbury's one of the other locations we drop at, their tanks are full now. And GIP, their tanks are borderline full. So chances are I probably won't have much work next week, if any at all. So my boss will tell me over the weekend. If there's no work, then I'll apply for some unemployment insurance and get a nice fat pay from it for doing nothing. I love EI. Do you guys have something like EI in the States?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So employee insurance is
Oh yeah, we got employee insurance.
okay, so like you pay into it, you lose your job, then you can apply for it and get payment until you have another job.
That I have no idea. I've never had insurance.
Okay. Okay, so that's what employee insurance is. Is a certain percentage of your pay is taken by the government and put into like a savings account, if you will. And if you lose your job, you can apply for employee insurance and they give you back that money that you made. And it's enough to sustain you until you get another job.
Okay.
But they can only give you what you've put into it, right?
Yeah.
So now I've been working since I was 15. And that stuff stacks. What pisses me off though is that I can't write to them and say, hey, I want all my employee insurance. Just give it to me all at once. Just give me a big fat check. They don't do that. And that pisses me off because that's my money. At the same time, I'm kind of glad they don't, because if they did, I guarantee you a long time ago, I would have made the stupid decision of taking all my money back and spending it all. And then today I would have barely anything left over to protect me when I don't have a job.
Yeah, I feel you there. I'd do the same thing.
So having a family really does change your entire outlook on how you do things.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my son about 4:35 o'clock today.
And my ex, she turned out to be a little crazy. She tried to do the whole like I'm pregnant thing
Mm-hmm.
after we broke up. Well, after she cheated on me and broke up with me. Go figure, she cheated on me, broke up with me, and then said it was my fault.
They always do.
Like, what do you mean it's my fault? You weren't attentive enough. Not attentive enough. Holy shit. Yeah. Well, she's like, she comes to me one day and she's like, John, I'm 3 months pregnant.
Okay.
I was like, you're fucking what? And this is like after we've broken up. 3 months pregnant. And I was like, is it mine? And she's like, yes, it's yours. How do you know?
That's what I would want.
Like,
to know.
we- And she's like, well, I mean, we've had sex. And I was like, yeah, but so have you and Andre. And she's like, yeah, but it doesn't line up with the times that we did. And so I had to ask her, do you know how biology works? Well, anyways, I was like, okay, I'll tell you what. If it's mine, I will file for full custody when the baby is born. Because she's hopped up on drugs and stuff like that. She had no job. And I had a good sustaining job at the time. And she's like, well, you can't do that. I'm the mother. And I'm like, I don't care. You're a drug addict and you don't have a job. The courts, while they will try to favor you, will be against you for the fact that I have a sustaining job and I have a support system with my parents.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't want to go through all that hassle.
Well, here's like me personally, the way it was is I grew up knowing that I was going to be a father one day, knowing that I wanted to be a father. So the moment she said she was pregnant, it was like a switch clicked in me, right? It was like, I am going to fight tooth and nail for that child. Well, she's like, okay, well, you know, I'll fight you on it. I said, tell you what, I have a surefire way of not having to fight over it. Let's do a blood test. And she's like, no, it's not needed.
Yeah.
I know it's her. What?
To the ASOP vehicle
It's like,
retrieval
how do
system.
you know for a fact? And she's like, I just know. It's like, okay, well, if that's my baby and you refuse to have a blood test, I will abandon it and you'll have to take care of 100% and I won't give you a fucking
Your
penny.
insurance claim
I will
has been
declare
sent.
bankruptcy and screw you over. Because here in Canada, if you declare bankruptcy and you quit your job, the courts don't come after you for child support because they have nothing to grab from you.
I wish that was that way here. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's alright. I got it. I got out of child support. I don't know if I want to go back into it, but I got out of it because she went to jail. So it didn't make me feel bad.
So eventually she relented. We did the blood test. They took some sample from her amniotic fluid, and I was 100% not the father.
Ah, there you go.
And then it hit me. Literally after we did the blood test, that's when it finally hit me. We didn't need to do the blood test. And I look at her and I was like, the blood test was useless. Last time her and I had sex was over 6 months ago. It can't be mine. Because she was 3 months pregnant. Hey, I felt so stupid not thinking about that until after the blood test was done.
Damn, ain't
So-
nobody playing today until shit drops, huh? Just nobody's. I don't see anybody on the.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to play until it's like having a carrot dangled in front of you and you know why they're dangling it in front of you.
I know. That's why I went. That's why I went to the PTU, but the PTU is fucking broken. It's
You
like,
gotta
God
love it.
damn it. And that's the worst thing is the BTU. I can't go into anything except for 010, which is their test server. That's all they got, all they have. So if 010 is broken, then what the fuck's the point of doing anything?
What do you mean 010?
All right, so you can queue into different servers. Like a lot of the U.S. servers, you'll queue into like 250, the Shard 250, or Shard 60, like we were talking about last night. And those are all different servers. And 010 or 10 has always been their test server. And I swear to God, their test server is the fucking ancient caveman technology.
So I didn't even know that you can queue up for different servers like that. I was always just hitting yes.
No, well, okay, yes, and that's the thing is best. Okay, so now it'll show you queued in a server, okay, and at the very end of that, it'll give you a 3-digit number of you're queued into da 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 da. Well, that 3-digit number is usually the server shard you're going into.
Okay. And is there a way to choose which one you're going into?
Nope.
Oh, okay,
not
so
unless,
it's all random.
Yes, it's all random. Now, if you're like I'm trying to join on Clucker, okay, and we go to friend join, it'll friend join into the same server, and you'll get the same shard.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes that's how you can tell. It's like, oh, what one are you in? And log to like go and click on what one right click on it, and it'll tell you how many people. But unless he tries to join, it won't tell you what server you're in.
Okay.
Yeah, people, there's a wipe soon.
I really wish they would do it where we had a server list.
I would like that too, but that's probably something that's just going to come later. I think that's just going to be later thing.
Because if we could have a server list, and
it would be
on
nice.
the side of the server, it actually would show how old the server is. Like it'll say like the server's like 1 day old, 2 day old, or whatever, or like how many hours old it is. Then people could join like fresh servers or whatever.
Yeah.
Server population, connectivity, all that stuff. Like we need that.
Well, somebody's got to give us an answer. How long until this thing fucking drops?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
CIG says yes.
Yes, give me my fucking yes, bitch.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
There we go.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, no shit today, but what time? Oh my freaking god.
Boy, what does it say?
Everybody is like, oh yeah, there's one coming today. Yeah, it's coming today. That's not the fucking question I answered. Okay, I asked you when today.
Put when today? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Dude, I'm about to. I'm about to. Like, time. Give us a time.
Bro, you gotta just go do something else and distract yourself.
Oh, I know.
Again, that's why I'm suggesting PlanetSide 2, because you could press one button, boom, you're instantly in the action.
Oh, fuck off, y'all. Blow me.
What are they saying?
They're all reading off the time right now. Fucking blow me, motherfuckers. I know.
Just do something else, man. Don't worry about it for now.
This is just making me laugh. The guy's like, ask silly questions, win silly answers. I know. I'm good at that one.
But I mean, asking what time it's dropping is not a silly question.
Sometimes.
It's a legit question.
I know, but
that one is no. It's a legit question. I want to know what time it drops at so I can do something else until then.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Because like if it's dropping in 5 minutes, oh fuck, okay, I could wait 5 minutes.
Your vehicle
But
has
if it's
been
not
delivered
dropping
to the
until 6
following
p.m.,
location.
I'm gonna go do something else until 6 p.m.
Please visit us again.
okay, so
Goodbye.
am I able to get a ship at all right now?
No.
Welcome to
Apparently
the
not.
ASOP
I
vehicle
can't even
retrieval
get one in
system.
fucking regular.
There's probably a lot going on at CIG right now to prep the launch of the new patch, so the servers are probably having a hard time.
Something's happening, because I can't even call in a ship, and I'm on live.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
You know what? Next best thing,
Your
do some
vehicle
Arena
has been
Commander.
delivered to the following location.
Oh, it called in that one. But I don't want that one.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Oh, fuck that shit. I ain't asking nobody anymore. Just come over here into Discord.
You know, there was one Arena Commander feature that they talked about a while back that I really wish they followed through on. I don't know if it's still in the pipeline or if they've abandoned it, but it was supposed to be a game mode where it was going to be essentially like 32 versus 32, and it was going to be like a Battlefield-esque gameplay.
Okay.
A few light vehicles and ground vehicles, capture points, and infantry stuff. A couple of like I think the biggest ship that they would have flying around was going to be a Cutlass, because it does kind of act like a dropship, and then they'd have a couple of Mustangs as well, just to have like aerial
support.
like air support. Yeah. Like I think it was supposed to be that each team gets 2 light fighters and each team gets 1 dropship, so like 1 Cutlass. And then as far as ground vehicles, there's a couple of the cyclers, sorry. And I think each team would get like 2 tanks or something like that. Like that's a game mode we absolutely need, because I think the majority of people would just stick to that game mode until
Enjoy the ride.
patch is dropped.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
It's
I
funny.
played the living shit out of that game mode.
This is funny. I'm gonna go drive my ship, and I have no guns. I literally have no guns on it at all.
Well, that's okay. Your ship is a weapon.
Oh yeah, I'll ram somebody.
Just ram them.
Why is that keybind not working?
All right, I'm gonna go for a bit. I'm gonna call my wife, see how she's doing,
Not ready?
talk to her a bit. I'll probably be jumping in game later.
Alright.
I know tonight, definitely after the little guy's in bed, 100% of my attention's on my wife, but we'll see how the day goes.
Alright, buddy.
Have a good one.
You too. Alright, I don't know what to do right now, board. Alright. Database management. Oh, where did I want to go? I wanted to go here. That's what I wanted to go. Oh, harvest.
Shields off. Auto drive is now on.
Alrighty. Let's go do a little bit of looting or something before this drops. See whenever 4.0 drops. Huh. Trades it all. Well, used to be a good place to loot. Go figure. Go fucking figure. Gotta love it, right, buddy? Let's go back where we were. Take long. I can't wait till this new headset comes in. Love watching the game crash.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Engines are on. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised. Shields are off.
Oh shit, I'm gonna get my headphones today. Yeah.